Have you ever experienced that moment when a single photo, a single glimpse, made your heart race because you knew, deep inside, you were witnessing the beginning of something extraordinary? Tell me honestly, if you suddenly saw Taehyung, not on a stage, not in a music video, but quietly walking through an art gallery, wouldn't you feel chills wondering what is he planning next? Before we dive into this rare and emotional story of Taehyung's recent appearance, I want to welcome you here. If you love hearing stories that go beyond the headlines, if you want to feel every heartbeat of BTS's journey, make sure you subscribe. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming. The rare sighting started like a whisper. A fan, casually visiting an art gallery, noticed a tall figure with quiet elegance. No flashing cameras, no grand entrance, just Kim Taehyung, RV, blending into a world of canvases and sculptures. And you know what's strange? He wasn't trying to hide. His presence was soft but undeniable, like a brushstroke in the corner of a masterpiece. People who were there said he carried himself not like a superstar, but like an artist searching for something. An emotion, an inspiration, maybe even a secret project. Think about it. This isn't the first time Taehyung has shown his love for art. His Instagram feed has been filled with paintings, galleries, and little hints of a creative soul who refuses to be boxed into one label. Singer, performer, dancer, idol. But behind those titles, there's Taehyung the artist. Whispers of a project. Now the question fans are asking everywhere. Why was he there? Was it just a casual visit? Or was he preparing for something that could redefine how we see him? Some believe it's a new collaboration with visual artists. Others whisper about a solo art project. Maybe even an exhibition. But here's the twist. Taehyung has always been a storyteller. Not only through music but through emotions, colors, and expressions. If you look back at his past work, songs like Winter Bear and Blue and Gray, you can feel the painter's soul behind them. They are not just songs, they are paintings and sound. So, imagine him stepping into an art gallery, quietly studying strokes of genius, and secretly building something in his mind. Doesn't it feel like we are on the edge of discovering a whole new chapter of his artistry? The fans' reactions. The moment pictures of him at the gallery surfaced, social media exploded. Fans didn't just say, "Oh, he went to see art." No, they felt something deeper. Tweets, posts, and fan accounts all carried one tone. Anticipation. One fan wrote, "Every time Taehyung disappears into art, he comes back with something breathtaking." Another said, "He's studying. He's learning. He's about to surprise us again." And honestly, they're not wrong. Taehyung is unpredictable in the most beautiful way. He doesn't move for noise, he moves for meaning. He doesn't chase trends, he creates them. Taehyung, the hidden artist. Here's something many forget. Long before the fame, Taehyung loved sketching and painting. He once revealed that he dreams of holding his own art exhibition someday. And doesn't it give you goosebumps to think? Maybe this gallery visit is one small step toward that dream. The way he studies details, the texture of a painting, the light falling across a sculpture, it's like he's gathering secrets to weave into his own creations. And honestly, isn't that what makes him different? He doesn't just consume art, he absorbs it. And then he gives it back to us, transformed into music, performance, and emotions that we can feel deep in our souls. Sometimes, silence tells a louder story than any words ever could. That's exactly what Taehyung did in that gallery. He didn't give interviews. He didn't post a caption. He didn't explain. And isn't that so him? He lets us wonder. He lets us dream. He gives us space to imagine the possibilities. Think about it. When he quietly released Scenery and Winter Bear on SoundCloud, he didn't hype them up with months of teasers. He just gave them to us like a gift. And maybe this gallery moment is another silent gift, an unspoken promise of what's to come. It makes you feel like you're part of a secret, doesn't it? Like he's inviting us into a mystery that hasn't been solved yet. When art meets music, there's something magical about Taehyung. He doesn't separate music from art, or life from creativity. To him, they're one and the same. When you listen to Blue and Gray, you're not just hearing a song, you're looking at a painting of his emotions during hard times. When you watch him perform Singularity, it's not just dance, it's sculpture in motion. So imagine this. What if this gallery visit isn't just about paintings? What if he's building a project that combines all his worlds? Music, visuals, emotions, and storytelling. Could it be a short film, a visual album, an art exhibition tied to music? The possibilities are endless. And knowing Taehyung, he would choose the most unexpected, breathtaking path. Gemstone, the mystery of Taehyung's timing. Now let's pause for a second. Why now? Why, in this moment, is Taehyung stepping into the art world again? Some fans believe it's connected to his upcoming solo work. Others think it's a healing phase for him, a way to recharge before returning to the stage. But if you look closely at his history, you'll notice a pattern. Every time he disappears into something quiet, he comes back with something unforgettable. After Winter Bear came his growth as a songwriter. After his deep dive into photography came some of his most visually powerful performances. So maybe this gallery moment is the seed of a new era we're about to witness. And isn't that the beauty of following him? You never know what's coming, but you know it will change you. Fans' emotional connection. Let's be honest. Being a fan of Taehyung isn't just about admiring his looks or his voice. It's about feeling him. It's about connecting with his soul. That's why this simple gallery sighting became such a big deal. It wasn't just, oh, Taehyung went to see art. No, it was like catching a glimpse of his inner world, the place where his creativity begins. Fans didn't just react with excitement, they reacted with emotion. They felt proud, inspired, and deeply moved. Because when Taehyung steps into art, he reminds us that we too can seek beauty in everyday life. That we too can turn pain into poetry, sadness into songs, and loneliness into paintings. And maybe that's why we love him so much. Because in watching his journey, we're reminded of our own. When the world hears the name V from BTS, most people think of the global superstar, the fashion icon, the voice that melts hearts. But moments like this, quiet, raw, unfiltered, remind us that Taehyung is more than an idol. He's a seeker, dreamer, a man who refuses to live only on the surface of fame. And doesn't that make him so rare? In a world where celebrities are constantly chasing attention, Taehyung chooses the opposite. He walks into an art gallery, not a red carpet. He searches for meaning, not headlines. He invests in silence, not noise. That's why fans admire him. Because through him, we're reminded that greatness doesn't always shine the loudest. It often whispers the deepest. Herb, the artist's journey. Every true artist has a journey, and Taehyung's is still unfolding. What we saw at that gallery might just be one chapter, but doesn't it feel like the beginning of something larger? Think about it. Art isn't about perfection. It's about evolution. It's about how you let your soul transform over time. And Taehyung's soul has been transforming before our eyes. From a shy boy in Daegu to a global icon. From sketches in his notebook to possibly curating his own artistic vision, this gallery visit isn't just about art. It's about growth. It's about a boy who dreamed and a man who is now turning those dreams into reality. And honestly, isn't that the most inspiring thing too? Now, here's the part that keeps fans awake at night. What is he really preparing? Could it be a solo exhibition? A collaboration with international artists? A fusion of music and visual storytelling? Or maybe something none of us can even imagine? The truth is, we don't know. And maybe that's the beauty of it. Taehyung doesn't just give us answers. He gives us questions. He lets us wonder, guess, and dream along with him. And in that uncertainty, there's magic. Because every possibility feels exciting. Every guess feels like opening a new door. And one day, when he finally reveals it, we'll all look back and remember this gallery sighting as the moment the story began. Why it matters to us. But let me ask you something. Why does this matter so much? Why are we sitting here, thousands of words deep, talking about Taehyung visiting a gallery? 'Cause it's not just about him. It's about us. When we see Taehyung chasing inspiration, we're reminded to chase our own. When we watch him explore new worlds, we're encouraged to step into our own unknowns. His journey becomes a mirror to ours. And maybe that's the hidden gift of being a fan. We don't just watch from the outside. We grow with him. We cry, we celebrate, we wonder, and we learn. His art becomes part of our story, the promise of tomorrow. So here we are, a rare moment in an art gallery. A man named Kim Taehyung, standing quietly among paintings, reminding us that beauty is everywhere if we choose to look. And maybe, just maybe, this is the start of something bigger. New song, new vision, new era. We don't know yet. But isn't that the most thrilling part? Before you leave today, I want you to hold on to this thought. Greatness doesn't always arrive with fireworks. Sometimes it walks quietly into a gallery, studies the colors, and prepares to paint a future we can't yet see. And when that future arrives, when Taehyung finally reveals what he's been working on, we'll be here together, ready to celebrate it. So let me ask you one last question. Are you ready to witness the next masterpiece of Kim Taehyung's journey? If you are, then stay close, stay connected, and subscribe right now. Because the story is only beginning, and trust me, you don't want to miss the next chapter.